Hi guys, welcome back to ChaBui Playz. So today for the deck sharing day, we'll be bringing to you the Slowpoke and Psyduck Tag Team GX. So, uh, if you know, they actually just finished the Pokemon TCG World Championship, and the winner is, surprise or not surprise, is Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX. But the reason why the card was so strong was because there are a lot of other tag team GX attack that they are using. So I'm not really interested in playing that deck. So most probably we're just going to still explore what we can actually use. Other cards in the meta decks, of course, like your usual Reshiza, your usual Pikarom. I'm trying to go away from that because won't it be a bit boring if we just follow meta all the time? So this time we're going to look at Slowpoke and Psyduck Tag Team GX. The first attack, called Ditch and Splash, discard any number of supporter cards from your hand and does 40 damage from each card. For each card you discard this way. So the amount of damage will really depends on the amount of supporter cards that you have in hand. So that's why in this deck we're actually going to play a lot of different kind of supporter cards. And the GX itself, right, is a bit funny. Flip a coin. If haste, this attack does 100 more damage. So it's not really useful if unless you don't have any supporter cards in your hand. But if this has 6 extra water energy, then you flip 10 coins. So the average of the amount of damage from the GX will be around 500. The problem is just you need 6 energy plus 2 energy, so you need 8 water energy. And it'll be a bit hard to get, but it's still possible because this time we are going to play the 4 Battle Chatelaine. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. There are Dana, Evelyn, Morgan, and Nita. So if you don't know, it's the effect of Morgan. You can play this card only if you discard the Dana, Evelyn, and Nita, which is the other 3 Battle Chatelaine, and you look at the top 12 cards of your deck. Attach any number of energy cards, so this is for your energy acceleration. So how do we get these 4 cards together in your hand, right? I think in this deck it will be very easy because you have your Misty's Favour. Search your deck up to 3 supporter cards, reveal them, put them in your hand. 3 supporter cards, so you already have 1 girls in your hand, then you just need to find the other 3 girls. And next turn you can quickly accelerate your energy to the Psyduck and Slowpoke. Then we also run Steven's Resolve for the first turn on also 4 copies because we can throw it away if we don't need it. Search your deck out to 3 cards and shuffle your end turns. Yeah. For Steven's Resolve is any cards but not favorable if you're playing in the mid game. That's why we still have a lot of Misty's Favour. And since we are going to play a lot of basics here, we have our Psyduck and Slowpoke tag team, the basic. Then the most important supporter cards here we have will be Lapras. The ability Mermaid's Call, you may put a Misty's Favour supporter card from this card back to your hand. So the basic strategy is you have 4 Misty's Favour in hand, dropped it, then use the Lapras to get back. So at least every turn you can do 160 damage constant. But if you use Misty, you can even get more damage. And U-turn bot, you use this card to get Lapras back in case that is in the active, because Lapras research cost is 1. You can even actually use Lapras to attack if need to. But for non-GX attacker, because there are a lot of Keldeo going around, you're going to run the Upa and Quagsire. Here we're going to run one fighting type Quagsire to hit weakness of Pikazekrom, because this card hits. 1 hits Pikazekrom. And water type Quagsire, because their ability is actually very good. You can move out any water energy card from bench Pokemon to the active. Yeah, and the other cards are quite standard. Brock's Grid, because there's no more, what is that called? Rescue Stretcher. And Switch and Cherish Ball to get your tag team GX. You have Lieutenant Search Strategy in case that we need to use more supporter cards that turn. And we run 12 water energy because I think ChaBui realized that the problem with this deck is there's no energy acceleration and sometimes it's hard to get since you're running a lot of supporter cards. Then the rest of the extra Pokemons that we have here will be our support Pokemons. First thing will be Keldeo GX. So this is good if you're going against fast Tag Team GX or fast GX Pokemon from our opponent's side. So you can at least delay some turn by using a Keldeo GX that cannot be attacked unless opponents have power plants. And we have Mew, Bench Barrier, prevent all damage done to bench Pokemon. So this is just to protect the bench. And of course, Smash Shadow with Resetting Hole that can remove any stadium card in play. So the reason why we play this Smash Shadow is because this deck does not run any stadium. So of course, if you want to update this deck and you run stadium instead, maybe run Shrine of Punishments or something else. I'm not sure which stadium best work in this deck for now, but I think Mars Shadow is actually good enough. It's just the problem is you can only do it once. Of course, you can Broad Screen, then get it again. But since we don't really have any Pokemon search here other than Fan Club, but yeah, you get what I mean. It's a bit hard due to all the supporters that we have. So yeah, without further ado, let's see how it works. And again, this time she will be playing, so I'll just be doing commentating on the game. Yeah, so let's move on to our first game. Alright, so we are on our first game. The recording was a bit late, but yeah, this is our first game. So we actually got a lot of Lapras. Yeah, as you can see, because we just have a lot of supporter cards, so sometimes you're stuck with supporters. And you have no Pokemon, you have no choice but just to use it. And hope for the best next turn. Okay, I haven't seen what's the opponent's Pokemon, what's the opponent's deck. So let's see. Okay, if it's a grass type with electric type box. Okay, never mind. It's a Breloom deck, isn't it? So I played the Breloom deck before. There are a lot of variations to it. And I guess we can see what kind of variation the opponent is playing now. So it's a merit variation with the fluffy pillow abilities. The reset sign was quite annoying. But actually I think his hand is not bad after the reset stamp. So next turn there's he cannot attack with Quagsire yet. But he still has Misty's Favour in his hand, so you can still find the cards. Oh, and you got Pokemon Fan Club, which is good. Okay, if I were here, I'll just evolve, charge, and go for Pokemon Fan Club. And I guess just prepare for next turn. The opponent is not very fast. Okay, then he decides to Steven's Resolve instead. I see. Okay, so what he's going for is he's going for the 4 girls. So next turn he can get his Slowpoke Psyduck using Cherish Ball, thin out your deck a bit more, and get the energy that you need to attack either with Quagsire or with the Slowpoke Psyduck that you just gotten. I guess it's actually a better play. Sometimes I wasn't paying attention to the surroundings or what we have left in decks, and another thing is I'm not really familiar with this deck, so it'll be a different play style. Okay. Okay, the one thing with the opponent's deck is even though it's like a grass type deck, right? It's not exactly a grass type attacker. So that's one good thing that it will be very advantageous to our side. Yeah, so Hydro Pump already does 120 damage, that's why he didn't put more on the Quagsire in front. So Quagsire does 60 damage plus 20 damage for each extra water energy. I think at this turn he's quite stable already. The problem is just, opponent's deck works on gimmick, which is the sleeping status condition. So it'll be a bit problematic if we cannot get out from that. And of course they have the Venomoth that can snipe the bench. But the good thing is... Oh, okay. So he choose for the kill for the Quagsire. And... Okay, he needs to save the switch. So... At this point, I think it's a good idea to Misty Favour for another Misty's Favour. One that can be taken by Lapras. And Lieutenant Surge maybe. Okay, we are still we're actually behind on price card. Yeah, so we can play the Lieutenant Surge. If I were here, I'll actually try on Lieutenant Surge and Cynthia. Yeah. Yeah, so here he decided to go for 2 Misty's Favour and a Cynthia for next turn. I guess the thing is he can use the fan club to get another Lapras, so he can at least make sure that you have 3 Misty's Favour every turn. Okay, I was saying that there's this good thing that the opponent don't have their Slumbering Forest yet, so the 50-50% chance is still quite high. And... Frostless. Yeah, so that's definitely very good. The Slowpoke actually wakes up. Okay, I guess I was saying if I were him, I would rather go for the fan club for another Lapras. But that works, and you drop 3, then we can just drop one of the fan club. Okay, it's actually dropping the Nita instead. But again, at this point, maybe Nita is not really useful. The previous deck that ChaBui plays, we played almost similarly, I would say. I have a lot of things that I say during the commentary that he does almost the same thing. But this time, a bit different. So I guess you can see now our playstyle is a bit different. Ooh. The good thing is he can switch. But the bad thing is you need 260, so you need at least 7. And I don't think he can get 7 on this turn. But anyway, this turn he cannot use Lieutenant Surge. Okay, the Mew is a bit late, but I think it's still okay. Okay, now the problem is he's trying to get out his Misty's Favour, but if... Okay, I think he can afford to switch for the U-turn bot Lapras, switch back, do some damage with the Misty's Favour that he has. Oh wait, he's actually not going to attack. That means he's going for one-time kill. I guess that works. I guess the Mew becomes useful suddenly because of that. Oh, he got Lieutenant Surge now, but I get what he's trying to do. Is it he's trying to get Lieutenant Surge to work? Actually, he got enough, right? If he Misty Favour for 3, then he use the Lapras to get Misty's Favour back, he will have 7. Right. So we move on to the next match. So I was saying just now, you see that Slowpoke and Psyduck can actually do a lot of damage. So with the combination of the 4 better Shatter Lane, you don't need to worry about your energy. And with your Misty also, you don't need to be worried that you don't have enough supporters. So his Tag Team GX is actually quite good. I would say is decent. So there is a bit of a problem with this starting hand because you don't have any better Shatter Lane, so Sylvan's Resolve you won't really know what to get. I might actually be going for Cynthia instead if I were him. Okay, what's the opponent's deck? Zeraora GX, so most probably is Pikachu Zekrom. We'll see how this deck goes against a Pikachu and Zekrom deck. Yeah, so I think he should have taken an energy. Because at least if you have taken an energy next turn, you can almost kill the Zeraora if needed to. Oh, he got Viridian Forest. That's actually very lucky. So you can just drop something and you can drop the Misty's Favour if you manage to get our Lapras and get an energy card. Okay, never mind. Reset step it is. Mew will be useful for the Pikachu and Zekrom GX attack. And he still has a Cherish Ball and has an Energy and Cynthia to get other cards. Yeah, I think this hand is still not bad. Reset Stem in early game is actually... I feel that it's actually not very disturbing. I mean, it's good for against those decks that play Steven's Resolve and other specific searching cards. But I mean, early game you're just going to use Reset Stem, then opponents still going to draw 6 anyway. I guess the other thing most of the time... Okay, so he's preparing his Keldeo GX. I was saying that most of the time... Actually, I forgot what I want to say. Totally forgot. Oh no. I blanked out. At least I'm commentating this now, not playing. So I don't even worry that I blank out and do some mistakes. I was talking about Steven's Resolve and Reset Stem. Yeah! Okay, I was saying that most of the time, people only play 1 or 2 copies of Reset Stem unless you're a Disruption deck. So... At least when you are using your Reset Stem, the opponent is using Reset Stem early games, right? Then you know that you won't be able to get disrupted later game. So yeah, good and bad. You just need, you'll just be a bit slower in your setup, but still okay. One thing is, I think this set will definitely much better with, pre-rotation, because Pokemon Fan Club, then you can get your Nest Ball instead. The Nest Ball for a Lapras immediately goes for Misty's Favour and immediately get all the supporters that you need. Sadly, Nest Ball is out of rotation. I believe it should be reprinted again very soon on the Sword and Shield first expansion base set, which will be out on February. So there'll be again yet another big change on the meta because of these things. We'll see how it goes when it's time. For now, right, Unified Minds, a lot of these things, a lot of Tag Team GX are currently very strong, and yeah, as you know, the decks are still quite consistent regardless of the lack of items. I'm really sad about the double colorless energy. I think it's really, really important, and it's very sad that we don't have a double colorless energy. There are a lot of decks that becomes very slow energy acceleration because there's no double colorless. Yeah, so the opponent decides to go for the all GX attackers. Not sure why, considering that he already put his Keldeo GX down. Okay, so he decided not to do anything. I'll start charging out on the Keldeo GX. And I would rather Fan Club. Actually, there's a very high chance that the opponent runs Silent Lab. Wait, it's not Silent Lab, right? It's called Power Plant. Yeah. Okay, so that's a bit problematic. We don't actually get any Lapras yet. Yeah, actually the previous turn it was me. I would rather Fan Club for the Lapras first, since I don't see the opponent doing much for now. And he decided to go for the kill for Jirachi, and I'll do that also because it's very important to disturb your opponent's consistency at this point of time. Okay, now this is hard. Because we have Misty's Favour, we have Fence card in our hand. So yeah, now this is the point that we realize that this deck is a bit hard to play because we just have a bit of too much of a supporter, so sometimes you need to choose one. But that's also because, as I say, in a post-rotation format, the trainer cards that helps you are very limited. Some like netball can only help grass type Pokemon. So in this case, since we have a water type deck, there isn't really any item cards that helps. Okay, I remember there's a Switch Rough, I think. Oh, okay. The opponent actually has another reset stamp. And he's actually using it. He's actually helping us, I would say. Okay. Not exactly the worst, but not exactly the best as well. Oh. Not sure why, but I mean at this point of time I'll just take out my Keldeo, isn't it? But then again, it might be a trick. Okay, you charge an energy and use the Misty to get the rest of the girls. Oh no, I forgot. We already play fan club, but yeah. I guess that's alright. Just need to pass. Yeah, we'll spend a lot of turns because they're all supporters and we have very limited chance to use them every turn. So at last he sent out his non-GX attacker. Can he switch? But then again, Zapdos is not much of a threat. The funny thing is, the Keldeo can one-hit the Zapdos. So as I said, it's actually not much of a threat. Okay, yeah, we don't actually have enough to kill, but I think it's just going to let it be there. Even if the Zapdos can attack, he needs to attack with 2 switch, 2 times switch, and that does 80 damage and at least 1 electro power. So yeah. The opponent hasn't gotten his power plant. So I'm not sure. Eh? Okay, he just decided to charge. Yeah, and so at this turn he can actually go for the charge. Or since the opponent already used 2 reset stamp, right, I'm actually very tempted to just go for Misty's Favour first this turn. Then use the Freedom Forest to get the energy instead. Okay, but I guess he got all of the energies in the world. So he got 5 energy, which is very good. He got 2 of his Keldeo GX ready, so we are really in a very good situation here. Okay, he decided to drop for another energy, so that's the last of the energy, and you can actually one hit it. GX, one hit. Why not? Now we have a lot of supporter cards in hand. Even Slowpoke and Psyduck is very strong. So the opponent's mistake is just not preparing for Keldeo GX. And that's a lot of problem with decks nowadays, is they're just weak to one type, one kind of cards. Okay, he managed to do it, but we have another Keldeo GX at the back. So that's not a problem. We can send out Keldeo GX, attack 110 damage, the Zapdos will be knocked out. And we can Misty's Favour and prepare for a very big attack and our Slowpoke and Psyduck next turn. Get the things that we don't need anymore. Yeah, so he's preparing for it. And that's more or less it. That's game, unless he can custom catcher or Slowpoke Psyduck and kill it in one hit. I don't really see that happening. The Raichu is not very strong attacker. It's just gimmicky because of the paralyzed effect, right? And the GX attack itself, okay, I'm not really sure how much damage he can do, but I think they're quite safe. Is he actually going for Tingly Return? Okay, at this point, I think the opponent just surrendered. So yeah, that's more or less the game. Retreat, take out Slowpoke Psyduck, drop everything have in the hand. And he's just going to drop everything because why not? And do a lot of damage. 360 damage for from supporter cards. That just shows you how strong the Slowpokes are. Okay, so we move on to our third game. I guess from the previous match, we can also learn that Keldeo GX is strong. So that's why you need to make sure that your deck has a decent non-GX attacker. Because otherwise you're just going to get screwed big time by the Keldeo GX. Okay, this time actually the starting hand is quite bad. But it's a fire type deck. Opponent has a fire type deck, so if we can hit with the weakness, then that'll be a bit of easier time for us. Oh, and he actually mulligan. Okay, never mind. He mulligan, so we actually get to draw. And the drawing is quite good. In this case, I think I'm just going to, Misty's Favour for the rest of the girl and another Misty. And charge energy and... wait for the best. Not much we can do on the first turn. The Rashizard itself cannot do big damage on the first turn. Cause at most it can charge 2 with Welder and 1 from hand, so 3. And they will only reach to Outrage. And next turn, if he doesn't have any other Pokemon, we can definitely kill that Reshiram and Charizard. Not sure if the opponent's actually trying to reset stamp on us. Not sure why the opponent actually charged on the front Rashizard. Cause, oh. Okay. Okay. So the opponent decides to attack and Fan Club needs to get another. Okay, I think in this match it'll be better if we don't take out our other Slowpoke Psyduck and just go for the Keldeo instead. Okay, never mind. So he actually decided for the Slowpoke and Psyduck. Needs to throw 4, right? Okay. So I guess at least the opponent cannot do it anymore. He doesn't have his GX attack anymore. He can only go for Outrage. And as long as I remember, the Outrage should not kill. I cannot see from here, so we'll just wait what the opponent decides to do. Okay, he actually just DC. Alright, so let's pause it here and... actually, I don't have much to say. I just say the deck actually works very well. You see, especially when it hits weakness, it'll be much easier. The acceleration itself is quite fast to get your Pokemon ready due to your Misty's Favour that is able to get the Battle Chatelaine. Then after the Battle Chatelaine is out, you can just use it to Energy Accelerate. Since you are running around 12 energies, 12 waters energy, so you need to worry that you don't hit enough. Anyway, Slowpoke and Psyduck only need 2 water energy, but sometimes you need 3 for your Keldeo and maybe more for your Quagsire depending on the situation. But yeah, in overall this deck works very well. It can do small damage, big damage depending on what you need. So there's another flexibility that is very good from this deck. And you have your anti-GX, which is your Keldeo GX. You have your non-GX attacker, your Quagsire, and Lapras can even be used to attack if you need to, because you don't need to worry about your energy acceleration sometimes. Yeah. And I guess that's all about this deck. Thank you for watching and see you guys again next time. Bye bye.